Dreamscape presents But What I Really Want to Do is Direct. Lessons from a Life Behind the Camera by Ken Kwapis. Narrated by Lutkin. Introduction. I was bitten by the filmmaking bug when I was 10 years old. My parents graciously gave me a Super 8 camera, and I immediately tried to execute a tricky shot. Our house had a pool table in the basement, and I perched the camera on the cushion to shoot a stop-motion shot of pool balls moving under their own volition. I was certain no one in the history of movies had ever attempted such a bold shot, and in my zeal, I managed to elbow the camera clear off the table. It took 2 weeks for our local photo store to repair the camera, during which time I combed the public library for books about how to direct. There were none. I found a couple of technical manuals penned in turgid style, with tips about such matters as the 180-degree rule. There were a few memoirs written by directors, each a litany of triumphs by some aging and probably unreliable auteur, with little or no advice for an aspiring filmmaker. Today, anyone with an iPhone could conceivably make a groundbreaking film, and with the profusion of platforms for short films online, the allure of directing has never been greater. There are plenty of popular manuals for the would-be screenwriter, but there's a marked lack of books about the everyday challenges directors face. For a novice filmmaker, it's exciting to read about directors who enjoy complete control over their work, but it's not particularly useful as you struggle to get a foothold in the entertainment business. It's exciting to read about directors with no financial constraints, but it's hardly helpful when you're fighting to complete a feature on a shoestring budget. What I'm most often asked by young directors is something you can't find in a textbook or in a film school curriculum. Namely, how do you comport yourself as a director? How do you assert authority on the set without being authoritarian? How do you navigate a path in such a turbulent business? How do you pick yourself up off the ground after a major setback? How do you deal with incredibly difficult people? How do you develop a directorial voice?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?